everybody, and welcome to my channel, Everyday with Jackie. In today's video, we're doing it. We're doing the doggone thing. We're finally going to jump into this Colorstory palette. This is called Bright Blooming Pressed Pigment Palette, and I picked this baby up from Target several months ago when I thought about bringing you a springtime look. So this morning I woke up and I said, today is the day. This is what this beauty looks like on the inside. So if you're new here, I hope you'll stay. Go ahead and pause the video and tap that notification bell and subscribe to the channel. And for all of you that are returning, it's good to see you as always. So if you want to know how I created this look right here using this beautiful Colorstory palette, it's just gorgeous. This is the look that I created. If you want to know how this happened using all drugstore products, then you'll have to keep watching. Okay guys, so today is the day. I can't believe it, but today is the day. I woke up this morning feeling like I was ready to play in the palette that I have been avoiding for so long. So in my mind, I was like, yes, I think I'm going to use this color, this color, this color. I mean, I just woke up feeling inspired. Let's just hope it wasn't a dream. And so we are finally going to play in this palette that I've had for so long by Colorstory. I'm finally going to do the spring look that I have been avoiding. So let's just go ahead and jump in. I haven't done anything, so this is going to be a full face. And we're just going to play with a lot of the products from my Shop My Stash because I did put them in there to help me create this drugstore look. And if I'm missing something, I may go ahead and pull it because this is supposed to be a full face of drugstore. So let's just go ahead and get started. I am going to go ahead and moisturize my face. And I just remembered I need to get my drugstore moisturizer and primer, so hold tight. Okay, so I am glad that I hopped up because I forgot that this was supposed to be an all drugstore look. So I will only be using some of the products from my Shop My Stash. And what I did is I went and pulled the rest of my drugstore stuff to use. So hopefully I have everything right here and there won't be any fumbling and pausing. We can just jump in and get this recorded seamlessly. So I am going to put something on my lips. It is drugstore. It is called the Sunshades Lip Balm, and this is in the shade, in the fragrance Pumpkin Spice. Yes, it's old. I got it around the holidays. And I told you that some of my coworkers, they always give us a little gift basket and they always put these little lip balms in there. I don't really care for them, but I'm appreciative. So I'm just going to put a little, because a little goes a long way. And I do have my little trusty fan in here again today, but I think it's going to be okay. I do not think my eyes are going to water because I went ahead and put my drops in that I got from my eye doctor that I should be using anyway, but I never used them. I have them in today. They make your vision kind of cloudy initially, but everything is fine now. So let's stop talking and get into this look. Okay, so I am going to use for my face moisturizer my L'Oreal Revitalift with sunscreen, broad spectrum, SPF 25. Hold. Lucky! Sorry, he likes to go outside and lay on the patio in the sun and go to sleep. and I did not allow him to do that. Lucky, stay in the house, because they say black dogs are more prone to cancer. So I don't let him just sit out there. I mean, he loves it, but I do not allow him to just sit out there and bake in the sun and go to sleep and I make him come inside. I feel bad. I let him go out there when the sun recedes off the patio and it starts getting covered with shade. I'll let him go out there then, but not until. I mean, he can, of course, go outside, but he can't sit there and lay and try to go to sleep and just bake. I don't let him do that. And we do have a dog door. So when I'm at school, I come home around 10 o'clock and I put him, make sure he goes and uses the bathroom. And then I shut the doggy door and lock him in this house so he can't do it, because I know if I'm not home, he'll be out there living his best life. So I'm trying to protect him from the sun as much as possible. Okay, so as you know, with this moisturizer, and this is Drugstore. I got it at they have this at Walmart, Target, Walgreens, CVS, the grocery store where I work. I just slip out of the pharmacy, go grab it, and come back in. But with this, because it's SPF 25, the closer to my under eyes that it gets, it kind of burns or stings. So I have my Hill Country Essentials Renewing Eye Lifting Serum that I'm going to put right up underneath my eyes. And I did pick this up at the grocery store as well, where I work. This is supposed to be a dupe for the Oil of Olay. Okay, and just let that soak into the skin. And so I thought for a primer today, because I really haven't gotten much use out of this, I thought I would use this e.l.f. Hydrating Primer Mist. And you have to let me know if you tried this. I was going to use the Wet n Wild face primer, the Photo Focus face primer, the matte, but this says that it's a hydrating primer mist, so I just thought we would try this today. It's very refreshing, especially with the fan blowing on me. So we'll let that do something. While that is drying, while this primer mist is drying down, I am gonna go in and use my Revlon Colorstay. This is for combination to oily skin. This is in the shade 410 Cappuccino, and this also has the SPF 15. And I do have another shade, which is Walnut, which is a better match for me. But I wanted to go ahead and still use this up because I love this foundation. This is probably, from all the drugstore foundations that I've used, this one is my top foundation that I really like a lot. And I say that as if I've used a lot of drugstore. I've used the Maybelline. And then I have another Superstay Maybelline. And I would like the Superstay Maybelline as well, but I just think that they need to fix the shade range, because the shade that I'm in is not my best match, but they really don't have one. Well, it looks like I spoke too soon. Here comes that tear. They really don't have one that really fits my complexion really well, so I just go ahead and use that one. And when I use it up, I'm not going to repurchase it until, you know, the shade range gets a little bit better. So I am using my Real Techniques sponge. So usually I would try to go in and mix this foundation, but I'm not going to mix it today because I am going to use a powder that may You see, he went back outside. He thinks I'm not paying attention. I'm using a powder that may work better as far as brightening the skin, or not making the foundation look as dark. Okay, let's just go ahead and blend this in. A little bit more on my forehead because it kind of dried down. Okay, so now we'll just go in with our concealer. And the concealer is the Instant Age Rewind Eraser Multi-Use Concealer, and this is in the shade 146 Tan. And just gonna dot just a little underneath my eye. So for setting our under eyes, I am going to go in with my concoction. This is what it looks like. And all it is the Makeup Revolution. This is the Luxury Baking Powder in the shade Banana. And then I have the Luxury Baking Powder in the shade Terracotta. So I use both of these and just kind of mix them together to get a good shade. And then I go in and set my under eyes. That's what we're gonna do. So I just dip my little Real Techniques brush in, tap it off, and then I go in and set. I brought the banana shade first, and I did not like it. I did not like that shade at all. So then I brought the other shade, the Terracotta, because I didn't even know that existed. And that was just a little too rich. So then I started mixing them together, and voila, I like it. And now I'm going to go in with my Maybelline Fit Me. This is the loose setting powder, and this is 30 medium deep. And I'm just going to dust this over the face. Tap it in. Let's go in and do some contouring and some bronzing using our Black Radiance. This is the True Complexion Contour Palette, and this is dark to deep. So I'm going to bronze with this shade right here. And this will bronze you up, honey. Then I'm going to take my NYX professional makeup brush. This is the 02 brush. And I got this in my Allure box. And I'm going to go in with this shade, but I mix it with this because this is rich. It is deep and dark. So I just do a tap of both. And then I go around my jawline. And then I usually go up around my ears and behind. And I brush up because I don't want to drag it down. I don't want to bring my face down. I want it to go up. Okay. And that's all we're gonna do in this palette for now. Gonna jump in with our blush. Here's my Sephora brush, and this is the brush number 99. And we are going to use our Black Radiance blush, and this is 8315 Brick House. And this is the shade right here. Ooh, this is pigmented for sure. I think I went in a little heavy right there. It's a pretty blush. Okay, so for my eyelid primer, I have the Milani Eyeshadow Primer. And we'll just go ahead and put this on. We're going to use our Morphe M509 highlighting brush, and I'm going to go back into the Black Radiance palette and grab this highlighter. You okay, baby? We're going to dust a little powder on our primer. And I'm going to hop into this eye look. Okay. So the eyeshadow palette that we're using today is the Bright Blooming palette by Colorstory. It's the Pressed Pigment palette. Here it is, so gorgeous. And then it has all the shades on the back, but I was going to say, but the shades don't have any names, but they do. It says use brush or fingertip to apply, mix and match to create dimension, or use colors separately for desired effect. And this is paraben free. And it looks like it is cruelty free as well. And I picked this palette up at Target. And it comes with a mirror. And I have swatched these shades a couple of times for you guys. So what I'll do is probably put the swatches, because I swatch horribly, so I want to make them nice. So I'll probably use my little flat shader brush and put the swatches in at the end of the video, okay? So make sure you watch all the way to the end so you can see the swatches. So, okay, we're going in. Okay, so, yes, let me scoot you guys in a little closer. Okay, so this is what I was thinking about this morning, that my first shade that I would go in with is called Warmth, and it is this orange shade right here, and again it's called Warmth. And I'm gonna pick this up and put it kind of in the crease area. Oh. Let's just go for it, guys. Let's just go for it. Now what I'm going to do is try to just do this one eye on camera since we are doing a full face, and then hop back on with the other eye completed. So that's a pretty pigmented shade. Okay, so the next shade I thought that I would use when I was thinking about this morning, I was going to go in with next this shade right here. And this is the shade Clover. It looks like it's a really pretty green. So I'm not sure where all I am applying this shade, meaning meaning I'm not sure if I'm going to take it all the way across the lid or what, but let's see. what we're doing here. This green, oh, it's very pretty. It's very pretty. That's a pretty color. I can imagine if I wet the brush. Isn't it pretty? Or use my finger. In my mind, I was going to go in next with this lime green right here. And just put that right here. And then, as if I'm just creating a little base, then I said I would go in with this pretty yellow on top of it. Oh, isn't that pretty? Man, if I could just put some lashes on, this would be so pretty. And I wasn't sure if I was going to take anything on the outer corner. Green is so pretty. I almost don't want to. I don't think I need to. Yeah, I don't think I need to. So I'm not adding any more product onto my brush. I'm just going to kind of but I may try to pick up a little bit more of the yellow and spray my brush just a little. Hope I don't mess this up. And I am bringing it into the green, so they kind of blend together. And I think that's what we're doing, is finish this other eye while it's still fresh on my mind. And then we'll hop back on and finish the lower lash line. I'll probably come back on with my brows as well, and mascara. So hold tight. I'll show you the products that I use. One sec. Okay, I was just thinking before I complete the other eye, let me test this shadow right here. Oh, I'm sorry. The green that we use down like as a base is called Wild. And then the yellow is called Buttercup. So I think I'm gonna go into this shade right here, which is called Raise. And just, I'm gonna see what it looks like first. Is this a, I was just gonna take it to kind of buff out the edges of Warmth. It looks like it kind of has a little bit of a sheen, so I'm going in really light-handed. But I do want to go ahead and kind of buff out the top of that. Okay, so I got both eyes, turn the TV back down. I got both eyes caught up. I'm just gonna go ahead and do one brow on camera using my Rimmel London eyebrow pencil. This is in the shade, Nothing. Is this the right one? Yes, it is. This is in the shade Black Brown, and this is by Rimmel London, one of my favorite eyebrow pencils. I normally just do my brows myself as far as grooming them. I don't tweeze them because you think my eyes are running now? I cannot stand the pain of tweezing. So I just take a razor and shape them up. And generally, that's all I do. Brush the product through. And I will go in with my e.l.f. because it is drugstore. It's at Walmart, Target, everywhere you look. And again, this is the Wow Brow by e.l.f. And again, I said in another video that I don't normally use the clear gels, you know, to make your brows stand up. I don't really care if mine are standing up or not, but I don't usually use the clear because I do have some gray strands in my brows, so that's why I like the tinted brow products, just to cover up and coat those gray strands. So now I am going to hop back off camera and finish my other brow. That looks pretty darn good. And then we'll come back and do the lower lash line. Okay, so I have my brows on. We're just gonna go in with our eyeliner. I think I'm gonna use the Milani And we're going to use the Semi-Sweet, which is the brown shade. This is the Milani Stay Put eyeliner, and it does stay put. And again, this is in the shade Semi-Sweet. And it does have the little smudger brush on the end that I never use. I went ahead and turned the fan off because it was not working out for me. Okay. And now we are going to do our lower lash line. I don't know what I'm going to do to it, but we're going to do something. Let's see. Any suggestions? Okay, I think I'm going to go in with Clover again, which is the green. And I'm just going to put that on my lower lash. What I think I'm going to do, maybe spray the brush for the lower lash line. I don't know who I am, because y'all know I never spray my brushes. Just so it can show up a little bit better. Okay, so now I'm gonna take another napkin and clean the brush off, and then I'm gonna go into the yellow. Spray in my brush. I stopped right here because I felt like my eye was getting ready to water. Okay. Now, I was going to tell you guys that that shade that I use, Raise, above the orange shade, you know, I told you it kind of had like a sheen or a little satin to it. It actually turns out to be a really pretty color. Let me swatch that for you. It's kind of like it has a little gold in it. Isn't that pretty? And so I did go back in with that on my brush because I was really liking the way it looked with that little sheen. So, yeah, I like that. So I went ahead and dipped into that a little more. And now what we're gonna do is go in with our mascara. we're sliding into home now. We're gonna get into our mascara. I think this is the Maybelline Colossal mascara and some kind of black shade. So we're gonna do our lashes. I did take out my eyelashes, but I don't think I dare. So after I put this mascara on, we'll come back and we'll do the lips, and that'll be the final look. So give me one sec. Okay, so I'm back, and this is what everything is looking like. I don't know, you have to let me know, does this look spring? I don't know, but this is what we're working with today. And I do have some lip balm. Now, besides my Morphe lip liners, the only other drugstore one I have is, I have a NYX, which I felt like really wasn't maybe drugstore. And then I have this Wet n Wild. And this one is in the shade Fab Fuchsia. So I may not, maybe I can go in very lightly with this shade just to line my lips a little. Just to do just a little liner. When you hear fuchsia, you're thinking it's very vibrant and bright. Yeah, you can hardly see it. And then we're gonna go in with this Huda lipstick. Oh boy. See how I'm preoccupied and Lucky slipped right on out the door. I let him go out to use the bathroom. Lucky! He's so sick of me. He's so sick of me. He's probably ready for me to go back to work. I love him too. Oh, let's spray our face. This is again Black Radiance Hydrating Setting Spray. I'll lean in so you can see the eyes. So this is the final look. You'll have to let me know what you think. Did I do all right? And remember, this entire face we did today was used with all drugstore products. So again, even though I have one Sephora order on the way today, you can still get a nice, polished, flawless face using drugstore products. So, you know, if you didn't shop the Sephora sale, or if you just aren't doing much shopping right now, pull out your drugstore products. You know, I'm all about the shop my stash. So pull out your drugstore products. You know, if you're not wanting to use high end or whatever, pull out those drugstore products, because drugstore products, you know, sometimes I feel like when I watch other videos, it's all about luxury brands and, you know, high-end brands, and then they'll say, oh, this is from the drugstore, as if something's wrong with drugstore products. I hate that. So again, I picked up all my products from the drugstore, and I think everything turned out really nicely. You can get a flawless finish using drugstore products. So If you like these types of videos and if you like my spring look today, please give the video a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button and tap that notification bell so you'll know each and every time that I upload a video, and share the channel because you know I don't mind. And let me zoom you guys back out. Once again, this is my final look for today. I'm so happy that I was finally able to bring you this look. Don't forget, I will be swatching this entire palette at the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for all the love you've been showing me on my previous videos. I do appreciate it. To all the new subscribers, welcome. And again, please know that you are always welcomed and wanted on my channel. Leave me some feedback below and let me know if you have any of these drugstore products that I used today on my face, or just give me some feedback about how you like the look that I was able to create. That completes this video for today. I will try to upload it today. And thank you so much for tuning in and watching. And remember, you're always welcomed and wanted here on my channel. And until the next video, I'll see you soon. Take care, everybody. Bye. Okay, so I just decided to, you know, I'm all over the place. I decided to use this brush, and this is a BH Cosmetics brush. This is the brush number 7. And I'm just gonna go ahead and swatch the shades. The first one I'm swatching is Rare. There we go. And this is what Rare looks like. The next shade that I'll use is called Warmth, and this is the orange shade that I put as a transition shade. And remember that these are pressed pigments. That's called Warmth. Next up, I will swatch the color Fresh. And it's this blue shade right here. And again, that's Fresh. Next up is Dewey. This is this shade right here, this pretty blue. Now this may be a topper shade because this is not. This is the shade right here. Again, it's called Dewey. Hold on, turning the fan back. Okay. Next up, we're going to the second row. And we'll start with this pretty green shade. And it is called Wild. And I did go in with my inner part of the lid. I used that as a base before I put the yellow down. And this is lipstick. And then Clover is next, which is the green that I put on my lid. And this is it. Again, that's called Clover. Next we have Buttercup, and that's the yellow that I used on top of a Wild. And here it is right here. Next up we have Raise, and that's the one I had already swatched, and that's how I blended out the orange shade. And here it is right here. This is called Raise. And that's all of the second row. Now let's jump into the third row. The first shade, oh, I didn't even show you those other two. It's Buttercup and Raise, and this is Clover. So now we're jumping into this row right here, starting right here. And this shade is called Iris. This one right here, Iris. Here Iris is. Next up we have Blossom, which is very pretty. This shade is called Blossom. And here it is. Isn't that beautiful? That's Blossom. Next we're gonna go and swatch Poppy. Right here. No, right here. Sorry, Poppy is right here. Poppy. And the last shade on the third row is called First Pick. And this is what First Pick looks like. And now let's go to the final row. And we're going to start with this shade right here. This beautiful looking blue. And it's called Heyday. And here is Heyday. Next up is Budding, B-U-D-D-I-N-G, Budding. It's this shade right here. Here we have Budding, like the flowers are budding. Next we have Petals. Okay. Here it is right here. And again, it's called Petals. And the last shade is called Terra. This brown shade right here is called Terra. And here it is right here. And again, the name is Terra. And so these are all the shades swatched in the palette. And when I move it just like this is kind of like a better representation of what the shades really look like. Or maybe this is. Or maybe, no, I'm just kidding. So again, here are all the shades swatched, and I did not wet them, just swatch them. Once again, that completes the video. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care. Be safe.